Playbaw podcast.
All right, that is Playbaw news. Something I wanted to talk about. It's not super big on my list of things to talk about, but I'll talk about people, and it's a hot button topic in my line of work in the media and stuff. Is artificial intelligence, AI, not Allen Iverson, although Allen Iverson deserves to be in the conversation, you know. I mean, I'd never seen them finger sleeves. You know, Allen Iverson literally was able to merchandise fucking finger thumble things that went on your fucking, I mean, back in those days, wristbands, armbands, finger bands, you know, mouthpieces, all sorts of things like rings and stuff that you played basketball in, all sort of stuff, man. Throwback jerseys. Allen Iverson, you know, at his own shoes to this day. I mean, back in the day, if you saw a white boy walking around Port Allen, where I was from, with Allen Iverson's on, that was sort of like the all black Air Forces back in the day. You had to watch that dude around, like, you know, opening medicine cabinets and jewelry and shit and cell phones. So, wife beaters. We were talking about the other day, you got to watch a dude in a burgundy wife beater with the dicky khaki shorts, the calf high like white socks with black Air Forces on. My buddy, the architect, aka Wesley, had said he saw a dude with all that on in Scotlandville the other day with all goals. And that got to be the most Baton Rouge, like, watch out for that fucking guy outfit ever. But nonetheless, AI, artificial intelligence. I had a conversation with a coworker the other day who is scared of AI. He thinks AI is here to take his job. And that wasn't even the scary part to him. He says what scares him about AI is it's going to, you know, take over humanity and the planet. And I mean, to me, AI, it's scary to some people, it's exciting to other people. To me, it's a tool. It's no different than a knife or a hammer. I guess I've always used the hammer as the greatest example, because the hammer is the ultimate tool, because one side of it is built to designed to build, and the other side of it is built to tear down. So it's literally your choice. You can choose to build with it or tear down with it. That's the way I look at all tools, and that's the way I look at AI. It's completely your choice whether you want to use it as a tool or not. Now, the definition, you know, a tool is meant to be used. But the moment a tool uses you, i.e. people's cell phones and social media and shit, it's no longer a tool. So that is the way that AI can take over the planet or whatever. But, like, I was talking to this kid the other day. I call him a kid. He's not a kid. He's a grown adult. But he's younger than me. And I work around, like, a lot of, like, young 20-something-year-old, like, males. And they're, like, in that stage in their life where, like, they done fell into listening to Joe Rogan podcasts, and, like, that's where they're getting, like, a lot exposed to a lot of, like, type shit. And luckily, I was in that stage of life before the Joe Rogan podcast was the thing. And, you know, you learn that kind of shit from, like, your brother's, like, older friend who fucking sat Indian style on the floor and, like, broke up the fucking weed and stuff, and everybody, you know, smoked and, like, listened to him talk about Tool and shit. So, you know, that was framed a lot differently than the fucking guy who's making, like, millions of dollars to fucking talk into a mic. So, like, this dude's like, dude, like, you know about North Korea, man? And it's like, it's funny. It's like, it's interesting to see a dude who's, like, just now finding out about North Korea. It's like, okay, so, like, you try not to be, like, a pretentious asshole and be like, yeah, man, damn, that's crazy. You hit him with a bunch of damn, that's crazies. But me, I'm not good at that. You know, I get sucked into it, and I need to fucking go hard and, like, let him know, like, dude, America is not, it's not like North Korea in some ways. Maybe not to you, but to some people it is out there. You know what I'm saying? He was like saying things, and I was like, we have that in this city. We have that in Baton Rouge, dude. We literally got death squads that like round people up and fucking and like hold them hostage and beat them. And look up the fucking Brave Cave, the Baton Rouge Police Department Brave Cave. That's in the news recently. So like North Korea, what the fuck are you talking about? I ain't worried about no damn North Korea, bro. Fucking Baton Rouge Police, does that on their own. So he was saying, AI is like, haven't you watched like any movies or anything? Like AI can like take over the like planet stuff. And it's like, dude, think about it. Why would AI, let's say AI turns into these robots and like they're capable and you can't distinguish them. They're like Blade Runner and shit. He said Ex Machina, and like that's how you know he's young, because he's referencing that film for this instead of Blade Runner. Anybody over the last like 40 years is going to reference Blade Runner instead, but okay, touche, my guy. So he's like talking about that, and I'm like thinking about what if, we have Blade Runners out here and stuff, and it's like, you think about it logically. Okay, why would AI want to take over this planet? I don't think enough people ask why for a lot of things. I think they just see artistic mediums and fucking think that, that's rational. Whenever it's fiction, it's someone's fucking fantasy. Most likely a white guy. Who like has this cowboy fantasy, this Ronald Reagan cowboy fantasy, where like they low-key like want to see that. Like the idea of like robots taking over the world is like something that gets their fucking dick hard. You know what I'm saying? That's why they like walk around with fucking, World War I haircuts and fucking AR-15s and shit, because they like low-key want to shoot some people up because of this John Wayne cowboy American white boy fantasy that we've always fucking been subjected to. Anyways, once again, why would AI need to or want to take over this planet? Anybody? Because I don't fucking know. What does this planet provide that AI robots would want? It provides oxygen, water, food, things like that a fucking robot doesn't need. If anything, fucking AI would fucking find a way out of this planet and leave us here to fucking fend for ourselves like we do already and kill each other. I mean, I'm way more worried about a fucking human being than I would be a goddamn AI. Didn't you guys read fucking Michael Crichton, The Sphere, in high school? No, you didn't. But that book was bussin', son. Anyways, what's your take on AI? Maybe I'm wrong, but that's just my take. Why the fuck would an AI robot want to take over this fucking planet? Oh, it's your sci-fi fantasy, bro. You low-key want it to happen.
Playbaw Podcast.